Hey there everybody, welcome to the Rambler Sports Locker where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. I'm Joe Flaherty.
And I'm Brendan Bond. Here's the latest look around Loyola Athletics. Men's golf had a tough swing of things this week at the Chicago State University Invitational. They hit a rough patch in the second round, leading to a 10th place finish out of 11 teams. Senior Brian Vandemotter was a bright spot for the Ramblers, carding an even par 72 in the third round on Tuesday. Loyola hits the links again on October 6th and 7th at the John Dalio Memorial, hosted by DePaul University in Lamont, Illinois.
The men's soccer team took a hard-fought 1-0 loss against the Creighton Blue Jays on Tuesday. Creighton was ranked 12th in the nation leading into their matchup with the Ramblers, who now fall to 1-6-2 on the young season. The lone goal was scored by freshman midfielder Timo Pitter right before halftime. The Ramblers' freshman goalie Tim Dobrovolsky had a strong showing in goal by turning away 12 shots, but the offense was only able to muster one shot on goal for the entire match. The Ramblers will look to bounce back at home next Monday as they welcome the UIC Flames to Hoyne Field.
Senior Anna Etchison is straight killing it for women's volleyball as she again has led the Ramblers to a 3-1 win over Youngstown State on September 29th. Etchison had 22 kills on the way to earning Horizon League Offensive Player of the Week honors. She was also named Loyola Athlete of the Month for September alongside cross-country runner Sam Penzenstadler.
Loyola's first club football game in over 4 decades didn't quite go as planned last Saturday in Michigan. The Maize and Blue from Flint rolled to an easy 63-0 victory. With more on the game, here's Audrey Bailey.
Loyola's club football team will have a long week ahead of them after coming off a decisive defeat at the hands of University of Michigan Flint this past weekend. Some of the players on the club team don't have any high school experience, so dropping the opener in this fashion will surely be a first memory they'd rather forget. Keeping a positive frame of mind is how the team plans to bounce back from this excruciating loss. Junior running back Adam Akram explained how the team plans to overcome their poor performance in the season opener.
We just got to get back to work, get back to hitting, executing, not messing up. We pretty much gave that game away on Saturday. We beat ourselves.
U of M Flint only scored 2 of their 9 touchdowns in the second half, meaning the team does have a positive to build on going forward. It's also worth noting that U of M Flint defeated the 11th best club football team in the nation at Southern Illinois Edwardsville just a week earlier, but it looks like 41 years' worth of rust has taken its toll on the Ramblers. Akram went on to explain that the road ahead won't get any easier, especially after the team suffered multiple injuries in Michigan.
We got a couple of guys banged up on Saturday. Our running back went down third play of the game, so next man's got to step up. We just got to keep competing, go out there, keep fighting.
The team requested that we did not show any game footage from last Saturday in order to keep their scheme secret. Regardless of who knows what plays they're running, the Ramblers simply have to execute better in order to compete, especially if they plan on becoming a varsity program in the future. Loyola will continue their quest for win number 1 this Sunday in Wisconsin against University of Wisconsin Parkside. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Audrey Bailey.
Even divine intervention wasn't enough to stop the women's softball team last week as they defeated the Loyola Jesuit All-Stars 7-3. Instead of the usual 12-inch fast-pitch game the girls are used to, the teams faced off Chicago style, playing a 16-inch slow-pitch game on Hallis Field. Junior Lauren Zaworski was named the MVP of the game. The softball team was the runner-ups in the Horizon League tournament last season and is looking to improve on that this year when they take the field in the spring. Last weekend's Sean Earl Lakefront Invitational wasn't just the cross-country team's only home meet this year, it was also a chance for some of us normal runners to try our hand at it. For more on this year's big races, let's check in with senior reporter Steve Manny.
They came, they saw, they rambled. The Loyola men's and women's cross-country teams competed at the 40th annual Sean Earl Lakefront Invitational this past weekend at Montrose Beach. The men's team placed 4th, while the ladies came in 2nd at the only home meet they have this season. Senior runner Gina Valgoy placed 4th overall and was followed by junior Olivia Clark, who finished in 9th. Valgoy says the team really learned how to work together in these races, and that brought their success.
We have a good energy in our pack of girls, so there's a lot of movement and positions, which is really good. It keeps us all competitive, and hopefully that'll really help us out for conference and regionals.
Sophomore runner Sam Penzenstadler finished 11th overall and led the men's team to their top 5 finish. He believes the race was a great warm-up for some of the difficult matches that are coming up.
Next week's really important. There's a lot of good teams, and we want to show up and beat some of those teams.
Head coach Randy Hessenbank was proud of the way his teams ran and the leadership roles the upperclassmen took. He told us that he was impressed with their ability to stay focused during the home meet despite some strong competition from several Big Ten schools and a few distractions.
Let's go Ramblers!
Another highlight of the Lakefront Invitational was the Rambler Open 5K, which drew runners from the men's soccer team, the men's volleyball team, and who could miss the women's softball team. I even ran the race with one of my colleagues, Rebecca Baird, but it didn't go as well as I would have hoped.
So eventually I wound up right on Lakeshore Drive, which was not even close to the racetrack, so I actually came to a complete stop. I had to pull out my phone to figure out how to get back.
Let's hope the Ramblers can stay on track for the next meet on October 13th, which is the NCAA pre-national meet in Louisville, Kentucky. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Steve Manny.
The New York Jets are struggling, but is a savior waiting in the wings? Meanwhile, Loyola's women's volleyball team is flying high, but can they keep up their momentum and turn that into some nice postseason hardware this year? We've got this and more on the Weekly Ramble.
Thank you, Joe, and welcome everybody to our weekly roundtable segment, the Weekly Ramble. I am joined here. Thank you, everybody. I'm joined here with the two Amandas on the show, Amanda Bonafiglia and Amanda Crohan. We're to handle some hot topics in sports. First one right here on campus. Loyola's women's volleyball team. They won 3 games last year. However, they are right now tied for the Horizon League lead about halfway through the season. Can they win it all?
I'm going to have to go with a definite yes. They're a young team, very young, but I think that could be their advantage in many ways. Anna Etchinson has just won 2 consecutive titles with the Horizon League and Loyola, so I think that's really going to spark a big, big win in the women's volleyball for sure.
I absolutely agree. I think Etchinson's an amazing leader, but not just that, they're a completely different team than they were last year. They are 11-6 so far. They're 3-1 in the Horizon League. They've proved that they're better than they were last year, so we can expect that they're going to win the Horizon League.
All right, a lot of confidence in a young team. Let's see what our viewers have to say. And they are almost unanimously, 79% think that they agree with you.
Well, they should be better than they did last year.
Question 2, tied up. New York Jets got absolutely spanked last week against the 49ers. They have another tough test against the Texans coming up this week. Does Rex Ryan call in Tim Tebow in Week 6?
No, definitely a no. Ryan Rex definitely has Sanchez as his franchise quarterback. His whole coaching strategy is built around him. Tebow is used for special skills in some way, but I definitely don't think that he's going to go for Tebow.
Even though Rex Ryan does revolve the team around Mark Sanchez, he was awful. He was awful. 34-0. They lost to San Francisco. I think it's about time that they bring in Tebow if Sanchez can't get a win.
Okay. But we're talking Week 6. I think we're giving him another week, to build it up. But not only that, I don't think Ryan Rex is going to want any conflict in the locker room over a pick, over a quarterback.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, for conflict per se. I think it matters is that he's an NFL coach and he wants to win. And if Mark Sanchez can't do it, maybe Tim Tebow can. They'll just have to see.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Oh, well, we'll see if we go against the Sanchez. Our viewers not believers in Tim Tebow. They don't believe he's the saving grace. 68% say no. Point goes to Amanda Bonafiglia. And now we move on to question 3 with March Madness only a week away. What basketball player on Loyola's men's team will be the MVP this season? Ben Avercamp, Cully Payne, Jordan Hicks, Joe Crisman, or the field?
Looking at last year, I definitely have to go with Avercamp. He led the team in points and rebounds per game. Not only that, he was the all-time conference selection last year. And he's probably the only person on the team NBA-sized. So I'm going to have to go with Avercamp.
Yeah, I agree. Avercamp has definitely proven that he's a star player on the team. Cully and Hicks, they're going to be there, but because of their injuries and Cully sitting out last year, Avercamp was there. He's still going to be there. He's going to be the top player that the Ramblers need.
You with Cully running the show last year, the Jordan,
They might have.
We'll see what the viewers say.
So.
our viewers vote Cully Payne as Loyola's preseason MVP. The Iowa transfer running the show. Nobody here likes it, but our winner this week, though, by a score 2-1, Amanda Bonafiglia with your boy Tebow T-billing. That's
and my good old pal
next week.
There you go.
I know, but we'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for you this week, Rambler fans. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel at Loyola RSL to catch all the latest episodes. Be sure to subscribe to our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter at LU Sports Locker, and follow our Instagram using the username Rambler Sports Locker. We'll see you around next week. I'm Joe Flaherty.
And I'm Brendan Bond. Thanks for stopping by the locker, and don't forget to turn out the lights.
You may not have noticed, but in the month of March alone, Loyola has produced 2 All-American track and field stars and has broken a pair of the school's previous records. One of those stars, sophomore long jumper James McLaughlin, was just named Horizon League Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Year. Curtis Gilmore, Sean Keenahan, and Steve Manny take a closer look at this upcoming Rambler team.
The Loyola Ramblers indoor track season has just wrapped up with 2 athletes earning All-American honors. On March 17th, the team began their outdoor season, and 2 athletes, Candace Karajan and Jared Skrabach, each set school records at Wake Forest.
Yeah, I set the outdoor 3,000 meter record.
I broke the outdoor long jump record with a 5.66.
As impressive as these feats are, most students and alumni are oblivious to the track and field seasons, at least for now.
I know there's a lot of people who didn't even know we had a track and field team on campus. So this year when the coaches came in, they wanted to make a statement. They want to be one of the best varsity teams here on the campus. So they just really pushed us hard this fall and really just setting up positive attitudes for everyone.
After a successful indoor track season, the Ramblers are ready to brave the elements to have a successful spring season as well.
It's doing really well right now. We have a lot of fast guys. It's on the upswing for sure. We're getting even better, so hopefully we'll just keep improving from where we are now.
Last season's All-American runners were enough to give the school recognition, but the athletes want more this season, and the senior athletes are pushing the younger ones to get there.
Declan and James were the only ones to go last year, so we really want to have a couple more Ramblers go this year.
Like Danny Doherty, Josh Stein, Ben Reifenberg, Brian Peters, they've been showing me the ropes, and they've really helped me along.
For Sean Keenahan, Curtis Gilmore, and the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Steve Manny.